Welcome back to On the Tee on this 13th of April, 2011. I'm Mike Rickard, head of the Hack Nation, along with Judd Gibb, Jay Horton, in our Okoboji Bar and Grill Clubhouse studios right here in the heart of the state capital, 1801 Grand. From the Missouri to the Mississippi, all the great clubhouses across the entire state, from Two Rivers up there in Sioux City on the Big Sioux, all the way down to the Arsenal right on the mighty Mississippi. We're across the entire state of Iowa, also on television on WHO TV 13.2, Mediacom channels 113, 246, and we want to welcome the viewing audience of KCRG 9.2 and Mediacom channels 109 up there in the northeast region of the great state of Iowa. We're brought to you by Central City Liquors, all spring and summer, before or after you're around. Central City Liquors, 1460 2nd Avenue is a must-stop. They're Iowa's oldest and largest family-owned liquor wholesale specialist stop. And see Tom, Brian, and the gang, or log on to CentralCityLiquors.com and receive 10% off your order. Central City Liquors, they don't care if you're a scratch or hack. They'll treat you like a pro. And now, I'm glad we weren't bad-mouthing Nebraska until...
Don't say we, you. I don't bad-mouth the Huskers, because if I do, I won't get in my house at night. So it's you that bad-mouth Nebraska.
Well, let's bring the Husker into the conversation. He's Jamie Alt. He's a good friend of ours with the Principal Charity Classic, the executive director, and a die-hard Husker fan. We were just talking to Mark Hankins, the golf coach at the University of Iowa, and he said your beloved Huskers are going to make absolutely zero impact.
That's not what he said.
In the golf world, but he's looking forward to football. How are you, my friend?
Doing well. How are you guys doing this evening?
Real good. Well, you know, the Masters is kind of it's kind of the alarm, isn't it, to get you guys really geared up, knowing just a few weeks between now and the Principal Charity Classic.
It really is. You know, coming out of this awful winter that we have every year in Iowa, it seems like Masters is always that weekend that really gets everybody motivated and thinking about golf.
Well, Jamie, let's talk about this year's event. It's going to be, unfortunately, kind of hard to top last year's. You had all the stars out. The weather was fantastic, but you guys always seem to do something each and every year to make the event not only bigger but better.
Yeah, we had a great year last year, and we got to give props to all the corporate sponsors out there. Wells Fargo and the Principal have been great partners, and all the other corporate sponsors within the community really stepped up and supported this event, and it's become more of a community event instead of just a golf tournament, and we're very proud of that. Looks like we're having going to have a good field again this year. They're signing up quite a bit lately, and it's looking like we're going to have a really top-notch field again.
Well, we're broadcasting across the entire state of Iowa on our Iowa Sports Connection radio network, and we need to emphasize that you may say community event. That's the muscle and power behind it, but we want the entire state of Iowa to come down and see the likes of Nikki Price and Fred Couples and Bernhard Longer, just to name three of the superstars from last year's field, as well as the usuals that have been so good to us over the years, Fuzzy Zeller and Ben Crenshaw. It's just a great opportunity for golf fans across the state to come and see these champions of the past and current who can still get it around pretty dang good.
Yeah, you're correct. We don't want it just to be a Des Moines event. We want it to be a statewide event. Obviously, invite our friends from Nebraska over and enjoy it as well. And these are our champions. There's a lot of major tour winners, PGA Tour winners that are here playing, and it's a chance to get up close to them and enjoy some great golf.
Well, can you possibly share a few of the people that have, you said, some of them are starting to sign up already. Might be early to get some of the big names, but maybe some of the guys that are signed up so far, and possibly even, there's always rookies coming out on the Champions Tour. Maybe some of those guys that just turned 50 this year that haven't had a chance to come to Des Moines yet that might be playing.
One that's pretty exciting to see come to Des Moines is Mark Calcavecchia.
Oh, I love the Calc. There's your Nebraskan, Laurel, Nebraska boy.
Yep. So he's a rookie on this tour this year, and he'll be exciting to watch. Great guy, good personality, and he'll be fun to hang around and get to know. A couple other guys, Hal Sutton is committed, Fuzzy Zeller's committed. We've gotten a verbal commitment from Freddie Couples and Bernhard Longer, but we'll see how their health stands up and see week to week on how they're doing.
We're talking to Jamie Alt, the executive director of the Principal Charity Classic, and I've always said my party foursome including myself, of course, would be Mark Calcavecchia, the Fuzz, and I know he's not on a Champions Tour yet, but John Daly. Can you imagine what that would be like playing with those guys, fellas?
Fuzzy Zeller and John Daly together?
Yeah, and then throw Calcavecchia into the mix. That would be an interesting afternoon of 18 and a lot of fun for anybody in the gallery.
Yeah, those guys are great people, great individuals, fun to be around. Fuzzy's always got people laughing when he's around, and just good golfers as well. So we're hoping everybody will come out and see these guys when they're in town and enjoy the show that they put on.
Hey, for people listening across the state, how do they get a hold of tickets and the dates again?
They can order tickets online at principalcharityclassic.com, or they can call us at the tournament office at 279-4653. And the tournament dates are June 1st through the 5th this year.
All right, Jamie. We'll be talking to you often over the course of the weeks, getting updates from you. Of course, this weekend down in Tampa, you've got the Outback, and, of course, that's the Pro-Am, and all the names you just mentioned will be on. And our good buddy Jim Thorpe returns to the Champions Tour, which I think is superb, and that's a great, compelling story for golf fans to watch. So it'll be interesting to watch this weekend, and I know you'll be out doing some recruiting over the next few weeks as well.
Yep, we'll stay busy, and we look forward to your support, and thank you for everything you do for our event as well.
All right, thanks, man. Jamie Alt, and we'll do 2 shows that week. We'll do our Wednesday right there. You said the veranda's been ripped away, but they're gonna position us on a nice new location out there.
Does that mean we are going to be paid overtime for 2 shows?
Oh, as well as you're compensated now, do you even doubt that?
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
I know.
We'll be doing Wednesday's show from there, and then, of course, Saturday morning live, we'll be doing interviews. We'll grab the players before they head out onto the course, and that's always one of our favorite shows of the year. And you've been there several times, Horty, and the guys are always gracious to visit with us. That's the beauty of it. They take the time to visit with us before they go tee off. And if you haven't ever had an opportunity to attend the Principal Charity Classic or the Allianz or the Senior, I encourage you to come down, because these guys are gregarious. They're interactive with the galleries, as you're well aware of, Judd. And it's just, if you're a golf fan, it's absolutely a blast.
Well, and I hesitate in wanting everybody to come, because it was so much fun last year to take my son Andrew out and when he used one of the Iowa Sports Connection magazine covers, the one with Fred Couples on the front, and he got autographs of everybody. And I don't know too many 10-year-old boys that even know who Joe Ozaki was or is, but Joe gave him a golf glove, a ball. I mean, I think he was so surprised that somebody wanted his autograph that he's about ready to give Andrew some money. But it's a neat event, and the guys are, they're great guys, and it's fun, and great players.
Well, they are great with the interaction with the fans. I mean, you can really feel up close and personal to them. I'm still trying to get over this fact of your foursome. You think we give you a hard time? You want to go play with Fuzzy and Daly?
I
and
just drive the cart. I'd serve the beverages.
They'd rip you apart on the golf course watching your swing.
I'd serve the beverages to Calc and Fuzz and, of course, JD.
I've driven through Laurel, Nebraska. They still have that sign there. Home of Mark Calcavecchia.
Oh, yeah. I've been to Laurel many times. Hey, one of the things I enjoy every year is when you and I go out, and we usually go out on Thursday before the Pro-Ams or even Friday mornings, watching these guys and their diligence on the range and on the practice putting green. I mean, these guys might be lighthearted and and they're over 50, and you think their competitive years are behind them. Far from it, my friend.
Well, and the best place to go is the practice area, because number one, you can get a lot closer to them, but you can see them hit a lot of shots. A lot of people do this. They'll go out and watch them hit balls, and that rhythm and timing and tempo that you see on that tee kind of transfers a little bit, at least to your game for maybe one day. Now, it's funny, Jay. Mike says he likes to go out there and watch. Mr. ADD, after 5 minutes, he's like, come on, let's go. We got to go someplace.
I do not.
You last 5 minutes out there, and that's the most.
Well, I just feel like I'm imposing on those guys, staring at them. No, I like to get around, and let people know that I'm the tees out there at the Principal Charity Classic. Make sure that you listen to our show each and every Wednesday night, because we're going to be giving a pile of VIPs away starting in another couple of weeks to the John Deere Classic as well as the Principal Charity Classic. Why don't we take a break, come back, and give you an opportunity in which I'm still undefeated in, the PGA Pick the Pro this week. It's the Texas Valero Open, and I'm undefeated, and you got to admit that, Horty.
I'm not.
And stroke play. We'll be back on the tee on the Iowa Sports Connection radio and television network.